EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
On play action, Allen. And his first pass is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Buffalo.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
Intended for Dalton Kincaid. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good reckoning.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 24 yards for James Cook. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they turn to 4. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one downfield for Tillman. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, 61 yards. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Throwing now is Allen. And Cooks has it over the middle.
Complete to Brandon Cooks. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Allen. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To about the 35, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5. To throw now. Here's Sanders. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The first catch for Jeudy. Good for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's second and 10. Throwing, Sanders. And they take him down. And the Bills get to him. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Here is third and quite a ways. Sanders. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Bills, 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Able to slither by. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Looking to put a drive together. They will start this drive with Ford. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sanders to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Sanders. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. Khalil Shakir from 4 yards out. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Sanders. Throw left side complete. That's 4th. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
This is Ford. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. first down marker at the 31. It's third down. Looking to throw. Sanders. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen going to throw. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2. They run with Ford. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Jerry Judy from 3 yards out. And the Browns are back within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field, the extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Stiff undo. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. James Cook running back out now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On play action, Allen. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down and 6 now. Again, they'll throw with Allen. That's taken in by Palmer. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A gain of 12. First down, Bills.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 yards to go, second down. Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And again, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Prater's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. A final shot before break. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw now, here's Sanders. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 58 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and a couple. Sanders. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answer.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Throwing now is Allen. That's taken in. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On play action, here's Shadur. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They go play action now. Sanders. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, but worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Allen. Oh, and that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing, Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, Sanders. Open man, that's Bond. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They'll run on 1st down. Ford. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 5. An inside run with Judkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after try forthcoming. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills getting set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Allen going to throw. Open man is Palmer. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Allen. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And take it right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's taken in by Bond. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Sanders to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Shador. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins from 6 yards away. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo set to get the football back here. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. And just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. That is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Sanders. Setting up a screen for Judkins. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw now, here's Sanders. That's to the right side and complete to the Joker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now. Down by 8, 2:18 on the clock. They've got 1 timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on 1st down. First down, here's the run with Cook. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Allen. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down to about the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.